And today, guys, 19W13A Snapshot is out now, guys, with big changes to how raids work and operate. Let's check out the changelog right now. Hey there, guys, Skippy here for Skippy Sakes Gaming. Guys, coming to you from this really weird looking village. I gotta say, there is some weird village generation stuff going on in this snapshot. And yeah, guys, big excitement about 19W13A. So pretty much an overhaul to the way that villager or pillager raids work. So I think for this one here, guys, let's go for 346 likes. If you are one of those dudes, don't forget to hit me up below. So guys, Twitter, this is where I hear about everything. I always retweet it. If you follow me, you'll get the info right away. So the weird thing was, I'm going to tell you the craziest story, guys. Usually when I get ready to do these snapshot videos or whatever, I jump in a seed and then I locate a village, right? Because I want to go 2 in a row were zombie villages. On console edition or on Bedrock, I only ever came across like 1 or 2 zombie villages in my whole career. But today I did locate village, went zombie village, did it again, zombie village, third village, not a zombie village, but still super cool generation. So I think what we're going to do here is I'm just going to go over the changelog complete and whole. We do have a regular village here if we want to do a little bit of testing on what we could do with Bad Omen after the fact. And yeah, there is some weird kind of generations here, and I noticed that there's a lot more campfires. If I have to say, there's tons more campfires. And I didn't notice this as much before, but there's definitely a campfire at the bottom of that chimney right there, which is pretty cool. I'm not sure that you can actually see it. So it looks like the campfire is actually, that's actually super weird. So the campfire is there, but it's not coming from there. So it's like a fake fire. I don't know, guys. So let's go over the changelog right here. If you want to go to this yourself, there is a link to it in the description below. I'm just going to go high enough so that we don't hear the game sounds. And yeah, so snapshot 19W13A, Village and Pillage Java snapshot. So snapshot intros are hard to write. They need to perfectly summarize all the information we gather each and every week, like the fact that illagers now have amassed enough intelligence to open doors, congratulations, or that you can trade in the middle of a raid. They should also act as lighthearted segue into the heavy information that are bug fixes and a fair portion of memes, and you have the perfect Wednesday read. Since I already rambled long enough, I can't provide the latter. Oh well, maybe next week. So let's keep going down the line. We got it's only 3 more pages on this one. Changes in 19W13A. Accessibility button is now available on title screen. Accessibility and narration improvements, raid tweaks, and bug fixes. So they kind of changed the way that raids work on this one. So this is really cool. No matter what version you're on, pay attention, because this is kind of, I feel like the way that raids work is happening on Java snapshots, and slowly they bring those into the Bedrock betas as we get through. So raids now follow a set pattern based on difficulty to determine the exact number of groups that will spawn as part of the raid. So on easy 3, normal 5, on hard 7. So 7 groups will spawn as part of the raid on hard mode. If you or your fellow village mates brought more than 1 level of Bad Omen to the village during the raid or at the initial trigger of the raid, you will then receive and experience a bonus wave equivalent to the final base wave you would normally see for your difficulty. EX, Bad Omen level 2 to 5 will experience 4 waves on easy, whereas the 4th wave is the same as the 3rd. So more waves depending on how much Bad Omen we have amongst the group. I think that's basically what's going on. If 5 people there have Bad Omen 1, then you are in serious trouble, especially if you're on hard edition. You can now get up to Bad Omen 5, and you can only get 1 Bad Omen at a time from killing each captain. So you need to do this. Is going to be hard. Each person that brings a Bad Omen into the village will increase the Bad Omen of that raid level on the village up to Bad Omen 5. A higher level of Bad Omen means a higher chance that enemies you face will have enchanted weapons. So I think that what we're getting here is that the amount of waves we're getting is based on the difficulty level. And the higher level of Bad Omen you have doesn't change the actual amount of waves. It just changes the enchanted weapons that these evil dudes are going to have when they raid your village. So let's keep going. We only got 2 more left. Hero of the Village. So you can now get an effect called Hero of the Village after successfully defending your village from the raid. This level of this effect will be equivalent to the Bad Omen level of the village that was raided. So, excuse me. Basically, they're saying if you had Bad Omen 5, you could get Hero of the Village 5. This is pretty much what I understand from this. The effect will last for 2 in-game days and will give you a great discount on trays, with the discount dependent on the level of the effect. Villagers will also show their gratitude, so look out for new fans in the village after you save them. Maybe they give you free stuff. That would be super cool. If the bell is rung, villagers will run into a random nearby home, hide for a short time. So we kind of knew that one already. That's something that's been going on for the last little bit. I'm going to take a little drink. Oh, that's better. So other changes. If illagers can now open doors, all illagers, but vindicators will stop and chop them down if they feel like it. I don't know if that means every time, but maybe if they just feel like it. All raid waves have been rebalanced, with certain waves more heavy on specific mobs than other waves, and the earlier waves being significantly less than the later waves. Evokers will spawn in waves of 5 to 7, as opposed to just the final waves before. Raiders are much better at going door to door now and seek to be more consistent during raid. Also look into houses to try to find villagers. That's going to be interesting to do. Villagers now sweat all the time during raids, I guess, because they're getting raided. But they will trade with you now. This is the thing. You can also trade with villagers during raids again. So let's go to the last one here. This is just bug fixes, and we always go over them, so I don't see why I wouldn't go over them now. So buttons and levers can now be placed on the bottom of hoppers. That's pretty interesting. We're gonna mess with that one. Ender Dragon does not spawn if render distance is set to 10 or below. Crash when putting spaces and clicking on done in the Jigsaw GUI. Bad Omen disappears upon entering villages in spectator mode. Clicking done on a Jigsaw disconnects client on the dedicated server. Tridents now have the sound event tag, but don't use it. Villagers consistently breeding but don't produce baby villagers. Entering command block UI causes all music to stop. Backup world file saved without zip. Splash water bottles do not put out fires. Structure integrity does not work. RNG for all blocks at once. Crash whilst rendering overlay. Exiting bed always puts the player or villager in blocks. Hostile mobs spawning on glass. Beacon UI is non-responsive and doesn't allow you to change the beacon effect. After sleeping in a bed, the player always spawns on top of it if there are blocks next to it. Sleeping in a bed always results in the player's spawn point to the world spawn point. Monsters spawning on leaves during the nighttime. That's not good. I guess that's a weird one. Eating food no longer plays the burp sound. Entities in force loaded chunks or world spawn chunks cannot be selected. Villager babies don't have biome specific skin. Splash text in main menu changes every time you resize the Minecraft window. So that would be pretty easy. Let's do slash time set day. Bang. And now here we go. So there's not too much to go over on that, in the sense that we've pretty much just located that everything's going to be different with regards to raids. So I'm not going to even go too much more into your thing. I think what we're going to do is actually just go ahead and set a raid up here. I'm going to turn my mic off and we're just going to play it out. I'll fast forward some of the stuff, you know, maybe I'll even get involved in killing some of the raids and stuff like that, and we'll play the raid out. I'll time lapse the time that stuff that gets too much. I can't really do level 5. I'm pretty sure, if you know, I bet you Exuma Void's video is going to have some way to do it, but for me I can't. So I'm just going to give it Bad Omen. I'm going to go through the raids. I'm going to kill stuff. We're going to time lapse the stuff that we can and listen to it. Enjoy the rest of the video, guys. Thanks for tuning in. Make sure you smash the like before you go, and subscribe if you want to get more stuff that has to do with raids, snapshots, and let's plays on my channel, guys. Catch you on the next one.
Uh-huh.